You're watching Movie Guide. I'm your host, Evie Bear-Carroll, and we're on the red carpet at the Movie Guide Awards honoring the best movies of 2019. We're going to talk to some of the cast and crew of these films. Let's check it out. We're so happy you're here tonight because you're up for the Visionary Award.
I think I got it. I don't
You
think
got
I'm
it.
up
You
for
got it.
I'm
So
up
when
for
you-
taking it home.
Yeah, exactly. So when you found that out, when you were being honored, what did you think?
I just thought, why? No, I have never received an award that I thought I deserved. No, some of my Emmys. I'm sorry, I did, and yeah, those I worked my butt off for. Yeah.
But this is for your compassion and your charity and all the things you've done. Can you talk about kind of your heart and their different projects like that?
Well, I try to infuse everything I do with a lot of humanity. I've never been comfortable with anything that degraded people. I want to be I want to be in the construction business, not the destruction business.
Yeah.
And so much of our world today is about destruction, I got to sleep in my bed at night and I got to look at my God and say, I'm doing my best, Lord. Put beautiful stuff into the universe.
Yeah, I love that. And I think, your faith has really led you throughout your whole career. And so I'd love for you to talk more about that.
Well, my faith infuses everything I do. My faith has never been a religion. A lot of people don't understand the difference between a religion and a relationship. I don't like religion. Religion puts people in chains, but relationship with the living God frees us from chains. He is our creator, and we're created in His image. So when I write a film, or I write a song, or I write an oratorio, or I write a book, I am being a creator as well, and it honors God if we create something that honors Him.
I love that so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep that in my mind. I just love it because we're creators, and that's what we do.
Keep the braid too. It's adorable.
So we're here tonight to honor Pilgrims Progress. Talk about your involvement with Pilgrims Progress.
Well, as you know, it is an animated film, and I play the part of good question, evangelist, who is very
leading Christian, right?
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, he's telling Christian where he must go and tell him the terrible things that lie ahead and the wonderful things that lie beyond the terrible things.
Now, Pilgrims Progress has been an inspirational book for years and years and years, and now it's come to animation form. What are the tidbits that you took out of it in terms of morality?
I had read Pilgrims Progress many, many years ago. As you know, John Bunyan was a dissenter, and he was an ex-soldier. He'd been pretty wild, and he was not too proud of his conduct as a soldier. And I think he stopped by a little group of people, went into church, and that set off a different life for him. And he was a great common preacher. When he was not a conformist, and he went to prison, and they would say, "We will let you out as long as you promise not to preach." They put him in prison for 3 years. He remained there for 10 years because every time they said, they put him in prison for 3 months. He remained there for 10 years because he said, "No, I will preach. God wants me to preach. I will preach." And while he was there, he wrote a number of books. But Pilgrims Progress, as you Americans would say, is the jewel of them in some ways. And it has had such an influence on the English language. Your English ancestors who came to the New World took with them the King James Bible and Pilgrim's Progress. And the glory of your Constitution comes from the language that the founders actually learnt from these two great books. But it's a living thing as well. It's a dynamic story of faith and all that. Wonderful.
You guys have an amazing production up tonight. How did it feel when you found out you were nominated?
I was kind of in shock for a while, like a couple of days. The last thing I expected, when doing something you love, you don't think this far ahead, typically.
Yeah. And how was it to play Jesus? I mean, that's a big deal.
It's a life-changing role, to say the least. It's I've played him for a number of years in different projects, but with The Chosen, it's sort of taken me to a whole different level and really been transformational for me.
And has your faith grown through the process?
Absolutely, 100%.
I love that.
Exponentially.
Yeah. I love it, and I think the people watching the show, the same will happen to them.
The feedback we've had from the fans and fans of the show, and just people that have seen it, has been incredible, unbelievable, to a point where you just don't. You hope that what you're doing makes a difference and has an impact, and then when you actually start hearing individual stories and how transformational other people's lives have been as a result of this kind of work, it's. I can't ask for anything more.
So tonight you are performing. How excited are you right now?
I'm so excited. I'm honored. The single actually dropped today, so we're playing it for the first time for you guys tonight, but I'm really excited about it. We love the song. We hope you guys love the song, and it'll be fun.
I know. I'm excited because, like you said, it dropped today.
Yeah.
Like, that is like a really exciting moment for you, and also kind of an emotional moment because you're like, how are people going to perceive it, and are they going to understand it and everything? Talk about that.
Sure. We actually premiered the music video a couple hours ago, and I got online and was trying to sneak in what people were saying, and the feedback seems good.
Yeah.
I think so anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny, crowds like tonight, you never know.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes they come ready to party, and other times they're like, we're going to eat our food, and we're
No,
going
I'm going to love it. It's going to be awesome because it's called Miracles, right? I love that theme. And tonight we're all about faith and family. And so I love, what made you want to, write this song about miracles?
Yeah, man, the inspiration behind this song is really maybe not as big as you may think, but I think miracles happen every day, and sometimes we just don't take the opportunity to look at them.
Yeah.
We woke up today, and that's a pretty big deal. So I wanted to write a song about that, about seeing the little things for the miracles that they are, and it turned into this big anthem that I hope people can apply to everyday life.
Yeah, I love that so much. It's like, you forget to see God in everything and what he's doing and the miracles and everything, but you're right. It's happening all the time. We just need to open up our eyes. So.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Why is faith, tonight's all about faith and family. Why is faith so important to guide you through your life?
I mean, for us, God has changed our lives. We done sold over 100 million records. We've made a lot of movies. We're creating our first faith-based film.
There you go. And here we are
Coming.
tonight.
And guess what? We celebrate Rome about the story in Can You Hear the Lamb? And then I have a movie called God is Real, because God is real.
God is real. I love that.
It is. I mean, look, another tattoo right here, Mark 9:23. This is about belief. If you believe, anything is truly possible. And I think that's our biggest success to my family. I know it sounds cliche or like people think it's easy, but, faith is really hard because a lot of people don't have the faith. And that's what we want to, show this next go round. Like, this is why we're here, because of the man up above.
Tonight you're presenting. Do you know yet what you're presenting?
I am. I'm presenting the Faith and Freedom Award for movies.
And what do you think that means to you?
Oh my gosh.
Is that too?
It's a huge theme that I love, that we in this community of people who are trying to do ennobling, uplifting work resonate with. And I think it celebrates movies and television that are really all about our founding principles, that are all about what makes us distinctly American, and I'm just really honored that that's the award I get to present.
I know, I love it, and there's some movies in there that are very powerful, like Harriet, which she was, of course, that's faith and freedom.
Yes,
so
yes.
I love that. So what year is it for you coming presenting? Because you've been at the Movieguide.
Oh my gosh, I have. I get to be with you guys a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember which year this is presenting. I got to MC one year with Pat Boone, and then I presented at least several times, and as long as they invite me back, I'll be back.
I love it. We love you.
guys.
So thank you. We're number 28 here at the Movieguide Awards, and you've been to numerous of these.
Yeah, I was just asking Mrs. Bear, your mom.
Yeah.
She was asking me, have you ever missed one of these? I don't think I have. I think I have been at every one.
Yeah.
Because I believe in it. I believe in what Movieguide does.
Yeah. And, you know, we're here for faith and family. We're here for faith. How has your faith obviously guided you through your career?
Well, you know, my career has been a miracle. I mean, I knew from the beginning I sing, yeah, but a lot of people sing. And I think I sing okay, but you know, not to the extent that I've had. I now have learned I am the most recorded single artist in history. Frank Sinatra recorded some 1,500 songs. Bing Crosby some 2,000. I've recorded over 2,300 because I've always cut across the genres to country and pop and rock and roll and gospel and patriotic and jazz. And I've just been a recording fool, but had the opportunity to keep making music of all types and successfully. So it's been my faith in God that has, given me the confidence I could do it, and then the ability to do it, and then for people to know about it and to like it. And so, and I'm still going here. I'm 85, and I'm still singing, and I'm doing concerts, and I mean, my faith. But now too, my wife went to heaven ahead of me a year ago. But knowing where she is, knowing we're going to be together, if I knew that next Tuesday at 3 o'clock I was going to drop dead, I'd say, great, at 3:01, I'll be with Shirley. I'll be with Shirley at 3:01 next week, next Tuesday.
Well, we will miss you.
Well, you might miss me, but I won't miss you. I mean, I know that I'm going to be with her, with God. And that's where our faith is really precious, because in times when things do happen like you don't want them to happen, and you lose your wife of 65 years, if you don't have that faith, it can ruin you. Instead, I feel her presence. I feel like she's here. She's enjoying this with us. We just don't see her. But the time's coming when I'll see her again, and I can hardly wait.
So tonight, how many years have you been at the Movieguide Awards?
This is 3 or 4.
Okay.
One or the other. I'm trying to remember the years I've been. I came for Facing the Giants and Courageous, and so, yeah, 3 or 4.
Okay, and we're back here for Overcomer.
Yep.
I love the premise of this movie because it's about finding your identity. This is something in the culture right now they talk about a lot, but we're talking about it in terms of finding it in Jesus. So talk more about that.
That's right. So, yeah, once you know who you are, especially in Christ, you can better live that out to be salt and light. You know, the Lord calls us to be that city on a hill. But if you're uncertain who you are, then of course you're going to struggle with that. And especially in this culture is telling you to follow your feelings or what culture says about you. But we believe that the Creator gets to define His creation, and that we find the truest form of ourself in Jesus Christ. And so that's what Overcomer is about.
Have you guys heard a lot of responses after the fact about it?
We have gotten a lot of responses. And so really we get emails every day from the film, and we're excited because when people, especially believers, understand from Ephesians 1 and 2 who God says they are, and they embrace that, then it impacts the way they live. So we love it.
How did that make you feel when you found out you were being honored?
Well, you know, to be honored for Christ is everything, so I am extremely excited.
Yeah. And there's some clips in there of you talking about, and kind of the premise of Overcomer, it's talking about what your identity is in. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, you know, I think all of us as Christians especially, we find our identity in Christ, and it shouldn't be in anything else, not even in acting, not even in the movies, anything that we do, but that we stem from Him and we give Him back everything that He's given us.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you guys so much, and I'm excited to see what the audience sees after they see your clips. So.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So I just talked to Jesus. That was a big deal.
Yes, anytime you can talk to Jesus, it's a win.
I know, I love it.
Yes.
He says he's been playing Jesus for years. I believe it.
Yes, we've been doing, The Chosen actually started as small short films and vignettes several years ago for my church.
Okay.
So when The Chosen became a possibility, he was the first person I cast because I've obviously worked with him before. So I like to stick with Jesus.
So, I love that. So how, this is a big production. You guys have done an amazing job. How has your faith kind of grown even more doing it?
Well, when you're researching about Jesus and you're looking through the Gospels from the perspective of trying to turn it into an actual watchable TV show, it's increased my faith because I've discovered things from the Gospels that I didn't either remember or even know, even though I've been a believer my whole life. So being able to find new things about Christ every day that I'm researching or writing or working on The Chosen has been the most exciting thing about this. And then seeing the faith increase of people who've seen the show, that inspires me even more to keep going.
And I love that because it's like literally your work and your faith are combined.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. I mean, your faith should direct everything you do. So it's probably a wonderful thing to...
Well, yeah, I mean, when you can consider your work also ministry and you don't have to even really work hard to make them the same, it's definitely what gets you up in the morning.
Okay, so this is what year for you presenting at the Movieguide Awards?
I think it's got to be, well, go back to when I did this film.
You know, it's the 28th year now.
16th, so it would have been no earlier than 2006. So 14 years, something like that.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah. Still one of my favorite things to come to.
So you're presenting tonight. Do you know what you're presenting?
I think the Freedom Award.
Faith and Freedom?
Yeah, Faith and Freedom for film.
Okay.
I got to go look at the script.
2019. Tell us some of your favorites.
Without a doubt, although it's just such a shame, A Hidden Life was just, to me, was like, that was just, I mean.
That's one of the ones that's up there.
Yeah, and I just get, even just saying it, I get chills, and it's weird to me. I'm a little bit, not frustrated or hurt, but the whole industry, in that it wasn't recognized as much as I thought it should be, and films that were, but that movie was, maybe it's just me. It's where I'm at.
No, it was a powerful story because he was really defending his faith and he wouldn't give in.
Right, absolutely. And that to me is that, I make really inexpensive movies, let's say, and part of the trick of that is you just make it about people who care about something deeply, and, you can add all the background of the landscapes and all that, but if somebody cares about something deeply and there's a problem getting to it, that's, I don't think you need a lot more.
For us, and hopefully for the rest of the world, but that getting a nomination at the Movie Guides to us is more important than the Oscars, because the Oscars is the worldly side, but this is the Lord's side, so we're very excited about it.
I love that. I'm going to keep that on tape.
That's okay.
And we're staying at the Roosevelt, which was the first location of the Oscars, and I had to tell the people the Oscars are very different now, but the first one.
Yes.
But anyways, your movie tonight was deeply personal to a lot of people. Can you talk about the stories that came back?
There were just so many. We get every day, every week, every month, we get all of these emails from folks about views that have been changed, children that have been saved, lives that have been changed. So it's just been great. It's just been great.
We just got an email from Mexico that said 7,000 people decided just in this one area, because they saw the movie and went out to, I suppose, all the cities in the area, that 7,000 people decided they're not going to have an abortion. And so 7,000 just because of a showing of a movie. That's unbelievable.
Movies are powerful things.
It's the most powerful thing. We've always said, and that's why we love Movieguide, is that movies will change the world.
So exciting that you're here tonight. Talk about when you heard you were nominated.
Well, actually, two movies nominated tonight. So I have Least of These and also Overcomer. And so I am just ecstatic to be here and be a part of everything and to see these two movies being honored, and then the performers I get to present, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. And so talk about kind of the heart of why you chose to do these movies. They're very faith-centered movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these movies have incredible messages. The Least of These is a true story about people that really, they gave their lives for something that they believed in serving people. And what an honor to be over in India and be a part of this project and to tell that story. And then Overcomer, I've just always admired the Kendrick brothers. I've always desired to work with them. And to be a part of Overcomer has just, it's been a highlight of my career. What an incredible 2 months of my life to be on that set and to just be worshiping and praying every morning, and then going out and working with a team of people that become family.
Yeah, that's why I've always heard there's a lot of prayer over everything.
Very much. In fact, every day is started with prayer and devotional, and we'll have some of the coolest guests show up on set, and they actually set everything in motion for us, and then we go tackle the day.
Lego Movie 2.
Yes.
Wonderful movie.
Thank you so much.
Talk about the creative process in that, because there's a lot of creativity in it.
There's a lot, and there's a lot of Lego pieces in that movie as well. But basically, it's a long process because it's CGI animation. takes about 3 years to put together, but for the most part, me and a team of artists are just trying to entertain each other and make each other laugh.
But it's a beautiful storyline too about the sister and the brother.
It's about, well, they both, sisters and brothers, they don't always get along. I have 2 boys, 2 kids, and when they get along, it's magic. And when they don't, it's a nightmare. But in this particular movie, they both have very different ways of playing. And we're kind of trying to get the message across that that even with your differences, when you play together with someone else, it's awesome.
So tonight, you're honored for Breakthrough. How did that feel when you found out you were honored?
Oh my gosh, feeling so honored and so flattered, and I'm so proud of the film. I'm glad that this is another opportunity to get it out there and for people to know about it, this amazing story. So just couldn't be happier.
So your story is all about prayer and fighting for prayer and a mother kind of fighting for her child. I love that.
It is, and it's also about community and about people coming together and making a difference. And I think that's really where the movie lands in terms of just touching so many people.
And how did it kind of help your faith journey throughout the time?
Well, I think from the very beginning, from the day that I got the script, it's almost like it was blessed and just kind of meant to be. And we worked with amazing people, and each day we were kind of in awe at how things seemed to be in our favor. And so it was a joyous, joyous experience.
I love that. Thank you so much.